This is Sean Conrad from SeanConrad.com. Quick question. You ever think about missed opportunities that you feel like changed the trajectory in your life? There's a lot of situations that I've had where I could have done something different, and I feel like the lack of inaction on my part changed the whole situation. And then there's situations where I thought that I wasn't supposed to like grab this opportunity, and when I did, it turned out to be one of my greatest moves ever as far as how it helped me and helped my family. Like one time there was an interview years back that I didn't want to go to because at the time I felt like this is not even a gig that I want. You know, it was for this company, and they were paying okay, and I was like, this is not even a gig that I want. And I was like, I feel like I'm not sure if I want to go to this interview. I ended up going to that interview, and that situation and job turned into one of the best gigs that I've ever had. I ended up working on all kind of cartoon shows and just phenomenal experiences. Phenomenal experiences. So there's things that are missed opportunities, and then opportunities that I felt like were insignificant that I took. I did it anyway, and it propelled me. Action. Action will advance you to your next chapter. Action. And I know a lot of times people are like, I prayed about it, so I'm just waiting for God to bless me. Remember, you have to put in the action. You have to be active with what you're trying to get done. It's very important. So that God can put you in situations where you can be blessed, where somebody can meet you and take you to that next step. I still have situations that I think about that sometimes I'm like, ooh, that was a missed opportunity. I remember years ago, I met at the time Reggie, this kid Reggie, and he was listening to me perform, and he said, "You're one of the best I've ever heard." And I was like, "Thank you." And he said, "I'm going to give you this number. If you ever have any problems musically with your label X, Y, and Z, call this number. Call this number, and this dude will help you out." The person that I was talking to was Reggie Noble, Redman. And at the time, he was working on his first album. And he was telling me, if I ever have a problem with my label, call Erick Sermon. And I was like, okay, but I never called Erick. Because at the time, I couldn't even wrap my mind around how Erick would solve a problem that I had at my label. And now, in hindsight, this guy drops a great album, right? And all of a sudden, I get it. And part of me is like, oh man, that might have been a missed opportunity. It may have been, but I have to be okay with that. And the other thing is, I never stop. I try to pride myself as being the opposite of a one-trick pony, right? If there's something that I missed, I make sure that I'm so active that other opportunities are going to come my way. That's what I try to do. I don't always do it well or perfectly, but that's what I try to do. One thing happens, if it didn't work out the way everybody else thought it should work out, I'm on to something else. You still talk about that. I'm on to something else. I promise you. So there's a whole bunch of situations in hip hop where I can look back and say that was a missed opportunity. But At the same time, I think about what would have happened, right? If the freestyle the Notorious B.I.G. and I did ended up on his album because Biggie wanted it on his first album, but Diddy said, nah, we got enough songs, we're good on the first album. So it never happened. The freestyle we did never made it on the album. Seems like a missed opportunity, but if I play it through and it was on the album and we're all performing together and I'm all part of that camp and everybody's like, I'm down for whatever, I got your back, this, that. Would I have been out there when that tragedy happened to the Notorious B.I.G.? Could I have been in close proximity with him because maybe we did a show together? I don't know. And I know that's playing out crazy scenarios, but you never know. You never know. There's a lot of situations where I might have thought, man, I should have did that. And people will tell me, my people that I trust, people that I confide in will tell me, Sean, you never know. You never know what that could have ended up being. I might have been away from my kids, this dad that's not raising his kids, just somebody on TV, somebody performing on tour all the time and not having enough time to be with my family. Who knows? So everything is not necessarily a missed opportunity. It's just not your path. It's just not your path. Your path is different. It's meant to be something else, not what's already out there. Remember, we don't have to be a duplicate of somebody else. We want our story to be unique. Right? So it doesn't matter however old you are right now, if you don't start doing the thing you want to do now, you will be 1 year older, 2 years older, 3 years older saying, man, I should have started. Right? That would be a missed opportunity. So start now. Start now. Get focused, right? Your history, your historic move is in progress right now. It's in progress right now. So whatever it is that you start doing, when you arrive, you will be telling people about the steps you took. Oh yeah, I didn't do this. I missed this opportunity, but because I did this, that's why I'm here now. It's your story. You are in the process of writing your history, your historic moment. So don't feel like you missed an opportunity. You are on the right path. You are on your path. This is how your story is supposed to be told. Worry not. Give me a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is Sean Conrad.